Remember when Thursday nights actually meant something? When you actually had to be home at 8 p.m. or you'd miss your show forever? The 1970s gave us television that didn't just entertain, it defined a generation. But Hollywood, being Hollywood, couldn't leave well enough alone. Today, we're counting down 10 beloved shows in the 1970s that got the reboot treatment. And trust me, the results range from surprisingly good to what were they thinking? So, grab your TV guide, metaphorically speaking, and let's see which revivals honored the originals and which ones should have stayed buried in the vault. Number 10, The Odd Couple from 1970 to 1975. Neil Simon's masterpiece about two divorced guys sharing an apartment was comedy gold. Felix Unger's neurotic cleaning obsessions versus Oscar Madison's slobbish ways. It was a formula that worked because we all knew these guys. The show ran 5 seasons and gave us Walter Matthau and Jack Klugman at their absolute best. The reboot attempts? Well, there were a few. In 1982, they tried The New Odd Couple with 2 black actors, Ron Glass and Damon Wilson. It lasted exactly 1 season, not because of the casting, because the writing felt like warmed over leftovers. Then in 2015, CBS gave it another shot with Matthew Perry and Thomas Lennon. This version had better production values, but somehow managed to strip away all the charm of the original. Perry's Oscar felt forced, and the chemistry just wasn't there. Sometimes you can't recapture lightning in a bottle, especially when the bottle's been sitting on a shelf for 40 years. Number 9, All in the Family from 1971 to 1979. Norman Lear's groundbreaking sitcom didn't just push boundaries, it demolished them. Archie Bunker wasn't supposed to be likable, but Carol O'Connor made him human. The show tackled racism, politics, and social issues that would make today's network executives break out in hives. The closest thing to a reboot came in 2019 when ABC aired live in front of a studio audience, recreating classic episodes with Woody Harrelson as Archie and Marissa Tomei as Edith. It was a one-night event that actually worked, partly because they didn't try to modernize it. They just let the material speak for itself. Sometimes, the best way to honor something is to leave it exactly as it was, warts and all. But before we continue, hit that like button if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, and subscribe for more nostalgic deep dives. And turn on notifications so you don't miss when we upload. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Number 8, Good Times from 1974 to 1979. Another Norman Lear creation, Good Times showed us the Evans family struggling to make it in a Chicago housing project. It was groundbreaking television that mixed genuine social commentary with humor, anchored by Esther Roll's powerhouse performance as Florida Evans. Netflix tried to revive it in 2019 as an animated series, and let's just say it was about as successful as a screen door on a submarine. The animation was decent, but the show lost everything that made the original special: the authenticity, the heart, the real stakes. You can't animate your way to social relevance, and this reboot proved it. Sometimes when you fix what ain't broken, you break what was already perfect. Number 7, Dallas from 1978 to 1991. Oil, money, family betrayal, and the question that defined a generation: who shot JR? Dallas wasn't just a soap opera, it was an American institution. Larry Hagman's J.R. Ewing was television's greatest villain, and the show's cliffhangers kept viewers glued to their sets for over a decade. TNT revived Dallas in 2012, bringing back original cast members alongside fresh faces. The good news? They understood what made the original work: family drama, business intrigue, and enough backstabbing to make Machiavelli blush. The show ran for 3 seasons and actually respected its legacy while updating the story for modern audiences. It wasn't the cultural phenomenon the original was, but it didn't embarrass itself either. Sometimes that's the best you can hope for with a reboot. Don't make us regret watching it. Number 6. Battlestar Galactica from 1978 to 1979.
Battlestar Galactica.
The original Battlestar Galactica lasted just one season, but what a season it was. In the wake of Star Wars, this space opera about humanity's last survivors fleeing from robot Cylons captured imaginations with its Mormon-inspired mythology and practical effects that still hold up today. The 2004 sci-fi reboot? Now that's how you reinvent a classic. Ronald D. Moore took the basic premise and completely reimagined it, making Starbuck Woman, turning the Cylons into an existential threat, and adding layers of political and religious complexity that would make the original writer's head spin. The reboot ran for 4 seasons and is widely considered one of the best sci-fi series ever made. It worked because it didn't just copy the original, it understood what the original was trying to do and simply did it better. Speaking of magic, stick around because we've got some surprising success stories coming up. And if you're loving this nostalgic journey, you'll definitely want to catch our upcoming video about forgotten theme songs in the 1970s that still slap today. Trust me, you'll be humming along. Number 5. Fantasy Island from 1977 to 1984. De plane! Ricardo Montalban's Mr. Rourke, and of course, who could forget Tattoo? Welcome guests to an island where fantasies came true, usually with a monkey's paw twist that taught valuable life lessons. It was part anthology, part morality play, and completely addictive. The 1998 reboot with Malcolm McDowell tried to make the island darker and more sinister, but it missed the point entirely. The original worked because Mr. Rourke was mysterious, but ultimately benevolent. McDowell's version? Just creepy. Then came the 2021 Fox reboot with Rosalind Sanchez, which tried to modernize the concept, but felt more like a generic supernatural drama. Both versions forgot that the island was supposed to be magical, not menacing. Sometimes when you try to fix the magic, you just make it disappear. Number 4, The Brady Bunch from 1969 to 1974.
Became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch.
Sherwood Schwartz's tale of a blended family was pure wholesome entertainment. 6 kids, 2 parents, Alice the housekeeper, and enough life lessons to fill a philosophy textbook. It was corny, it was sweet, and it was absolutely perfect for its time. The reboots, well, let's just say they range from weird to wonderful. The Brady Bunch Hour in 1976 was a variety show disaster that's best forgotten. But the 1995 movie The Brady Bunch Movie was genius. It played the characters completely straight while dropping them into the 1990s, creating comedy through the contrast. The sequel was less successful, and the various TV reunion specials felt more like curiosity pieces than genuine entertainment. The lesson? Sometimes the best way to reboot something is to gently mock it while still showing it love. Number 3. Wonder Woman from 1975 to 1979.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
Linda Carter didn't just play Wonder Woman, she was Wonder Woman. The show took the DC Comics character and made her a television icon, complete with that spin transformation that every little girl tried to master. It was camp, it was colorful, and it was completely captivating. The 2011 NBC pilot with Adrienne Palicki never made it to series, probably because it tried too hard to be gritty and realistic. Wonder Woman isn't supposed to be realistic, she's supposed to be wonderful. The 2017 movie with Gal Gadot finally got it right by embracing the character's inherent optimism and strength. Sometimes the best reboot isn't a reboot at all. It's a completely fresh start that captures the spirit of the original. Number 2. The Bionic Woman from 1976 to 1978. Lindsay Wagner's Jamie Summers was the perfect complement to Steve Austin's $6 Million Man. With her bionic ear, arm, and legs, she could jump buildings and punch through walls, but Wagner made sure the character never lost her humanity. The slow-motion running and that distinctive sound effect became television legend. The 2007 NBC reboot starring Michelle Ryan had all the ingredients for success: better special effects, a bigger budget, and contemporary storytelling. But it lasted less than a season because it forgot what made the original special: heart. The new version was all action and no soul, turning Jamie into a generic super spy instead of the relatable every woman she'd always been. You can upgrade the bionics all you want, but you can't upgrade genuine charm. And at number 1, Charlie's Angels from 1976 to 1981. Three beautiful women working as private detectives for an unseen boss. It was a simple concept that became a cultural phenomenon. Farrah Fawcett's hair, Jacqueline Smith's grace, and Kate Jackson's intelligence made the original Angels television royalty. The movie reboots in 2000 and 2003 with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu understood something crucial. They played up the camp and had fun with it. The films were successful because they didn't take themselves too seriously. The 2011 TV reboot was dead on arrival because it tried to be too serious and lost all its charm. The 2019 movie tried to inject modern feminist themes but forgot to include memorable characters or entertaining action. The lesson here is clear. You can update the formula, but you can't forget to make it fun. So, what separates the successful reboots from the disasters? Well, looking at our list, the winners understood that updating doesn't mean completely changing the DNA of what made the original special. Battlestar Galactica worked because it kept the core concept while improving everything else. The Brady Bunch movies succeeded by finding the humor in the collision between old and new. The failures? They either tried too hard to be modern and edgy, or they played it so safe they forgot to be interesting. The best reboots respect the original while bringing something new to the table. The worst ones treat the source material like a costume they can wear without understanding what's underneath. These shows were part of our lives in ways that modern streaming series can never be. We all watched them at the same time, talked about them the next day, and they became part of our shared cultural language. Maybe that's why reboots are so tricky. You're not just remaking a TV show, you're messing with people's memories. But hey, at least we got some entertaining failures out of the deal. And who knows, maybe somewhere out there, a writer is out there trying to figure out how to bring back The Waltons as a zombie apocalypse series. Stranger things have happened in Hollywood. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more nostalgic deep dives, and hit that notification bell. Got a favorite 70s show we missed? Drop it in the comments. We might just feature it in our next video. Until then, keep those memories alive. And remember, they really don't make them like they used to.